Hey everyone, this is Benson Simmons here, creator of Master Your Audition, the 90-minute breakthrough audition program. Now, since tip number 1 that I shared with you, now this is tip number 2 in the series of free, yes, these are free tips. I know you guys like free tips. In the series of free tips on how to audition and how to use the craft in order to give the best audition possible. Now, first off, thank you for the thousands of people who watched tip number 1. Thank you, and thank you for all the people who have bought the program and written in and are benefiting from it and said all kinds of cool things. I'm so grateful to you guys, and I'm so grateful that it's helping you. Okay, so tip number 2. Now, first, let's talk about where we were. We're talking about that with any audition, right? The most important thing is, yeah, you know now, is the objective, which is what I need from the other person. So you read the script and you say, okay, if I was in this person's shoes, what would I need from the other person? I need them to love me. I need them to validate me. I need them to give me a job. I need them to give me back my power. I need them to admit they're wrong, etc. Then you would use a substitution, which we talked about last time. Who in your life do you have the same need in your own personal life and the same need as a substitution? Now we're going to talk about something when it is appropriate to use the past and when not. Okay, so obviously if you're using, I don't know, I need love and validation from somebody, and you're using somebody in your life that you have an issue with love and validation from, right? That could be your mother, your father, your girlfriend, your spouse, your ex, whatever. And so you can use a moment from the past, right, in order to connect to the situation. But here's what most people do wrong. And I've coached so many actors, and they'll either bring an audition to me, and I'll just realize, like, this is not working. What's wrong? And I'll ask them about their inner work in terms of what they're using. This is the mistake. This is what a lot of people do. They'll go, oh, okay, they read a scene, and it reminds them of a scene in the past that they played out with somebody that it makes sense for. So say I need love and validation, and so they go, well, I had that same kind of scene. I played that out with my mother or father. They didn't validate me, I'd say, my acting career. And so what the person does is they understand that, yes, there is an objective, and they understand that there's a substitution. They understand what inner objects are. You guys who bought the program, again, you know what those are. What you would be saying, what your imagined conversation to, and what you would be hearing from your substitution would be. So what they do is they go to the audition and they basically replay a scene that happened in the past. And they go, well, that'll be cool because it's just like the scene. Wrong. That will never give you a passionate audition. Why? Here's the most important thing. Because you know, as the actor, how that scene ended. In other words, if it's an argument about your father validating you as an actor, and you're going, well, it's kind of like the scene that I'm reading, so I'll just play the same scene that happened, say, a month ago or a year ago or 6 months ago, you know how it ended. So it's hard for you to play the scene with passion, because as the actor, you're doing exactly what the character is doing, which is, in that moment, going after an objective. They have no idea how it's going to end. And you also have to choose something where you don't know how it's going to end. In other words, that's why you would never replay something that happened in the past. You might replay something that happened in the past to get you motivated to go after your objective, but that's something else. That's called a moment before. But never just go in and replay something that happened in the past and regurgitate it. It will never be alive. It will never be passionate. The way you might be able to change that is to go, say your dad didn't validate you and you had an argument where he didn't validate you. Now you could imagine, what if that were to happen again? What if I were to ask, for some support, either financially or something, and I didn't get it? How would that make me feel? And then what if I were going after that now again? So in order to make it passionate, you always have to be going after the objective in the present, with a substitution that you still need that objective from, and that you don't know how it's going to end. So it's not based on a conversation you had in the past. It's based on keeping it fresh and in the present. So that is that. Now, for all those people who haven't bought the program, as I told you, it is so inexpensive that it is less than the price of a movie and popcorn. And it will incredibly improve your auditions. Oh my God. So it's important to do that. Now also, go to Master Your Audition, my Facebook page, Master Your Audition. And there you can find out the 5 biggest mistakes that actors make at auditions. And this is as told to me from many, many, many casting directors and directors. So use this tip, go out there and have a great audition.